Good to see all of you. Hello, hello. Sorry for being super late. I had to do some side quests, IRL, had to get everything done. But here we are. It's done. We're not going to be playing any games today. We're not playing any video games today. We're not going to be reacting to any horror games or screaming at the top of our lungs with different stuff. We're going to be creative today. So I hope that everybody brought their pencils, markers, acrylics, oils, pastels, papers, tablets, downloaded an app where you can draw stuff on your phone or on your computer or something. We're going to be really creative today. We're going to draw a lot of stuff. I'm going to be doing some pixel art today. I don't know what today's challenges are. I know that there's a lot of them. So let's go ahead and get creative. But first, what's up, cool kid? What's up, bodyguard? Lumi equals best streamer in history. Let's go. Nice. Thank you. What's up, raccoon? Random things. Jen plays. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see all of you. Good to see all of you. I'm going to go ahead and play some music as we start our stream. And let's get creating. Let's get creative. I know that in our Discord, we have a lot of very creative people here in our stream. That's not the right thing to look at. Let's load up the actual live stream itself. That's not it. You got to see my stats there. That's not good. All right, now let's try. When it loads, please load. Why aren't you loading? Just kidding. There it is. All right, if you want, I'm going to put my link to my profile on this pixel art website in the YouTube pinned chat if you want to go take a look at it. I already have some art pieces on there if you want to go check it out. I'll see if there's a chicken nugget drawing on here in the challenge for today. But we'll see. This is called pixel art. This is where you can make a lot of pixelated drawings or 8-bit art. You can even do something just as simple as just normal drawing if you want to. Go ahead and tap the link in the YouTube pin chat if you want to take a look at it. I already have 5 different drawings here. These are the things that I've drawn already. You can also make GIFs. So yesterday, if you didn't see my stream, I drew these 2 things. And I was like, you know what? Let's do a creative stream today. Let's do that. So instead of playing some video games, we're going to be drawing. And I think that's going to be super fun. So everybody grab your markers, pencils, acrylics, papers, napkins probably, or string. Something that you can draw with, something that you can do as a creative outlet. As of this moment, I'm going to go ahead and hit play on my music, and then let's find some challenges. All right, let's turn this down. All right. Let's look at some challenges for the day. This changes every single day. We have the Nether Portal, Prism, Pufferfish, a Space Duck, Frost Goblin, a Knight, Thor Hammer, Comet, Steampunk Cat, Boss Key, Fireflower. The list goes on. It goes on for a while, and I did 2 of them yesterday. As you can see, I did the honey one, the honey jar, and I did a nest. But I think the newest one that I saw here is the Nether Portal. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this button just to see some, some inspiration. Here's some stuff that people have drawn already for the Nether Portal. Flint and Steel! We got Jack Black as Steve, getting the Nether ready to go. That's a comet. That's not our challenge that we're doing. So let's take a look. We got some really cool stuff here. Oh, someone drew a GIF. That's pretty cool. Someone just did the full-on Nether portal there. That looks pretty cool. But you get the idea. We're going to draw the Nether portal. I'm going to go ahead and hit start drawing. This will be our canvas our base. And as I'm drawing, I'm going to go over some different things that will help with your drawing if you want to do that as well. Let me move my... wow. My throat. Let me move my little face here. And my chat over here so you guys can see what I'm doing on the far right. Yeah, I think that could work. Let's do this. You're drawing a valley. Nice, nice. You got everybody to like my stream? Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, everybody. Let's draw. We're drawing the Nether portal. So, I think I'll put this... I'm drawing with a mouse, by the way. So this is going to be... This is going to be really challenging. Luckily, we have tools. You have a Discord? Yes, I do have a Discord. If you go to my channel, click on the link in the About Me section, you should see a link to my Discord where you can join. Okay, so what we're going to do whenever we start anything is to make sure that we have a layer just for the background. And what I'm thinking for the background is, let's go with a typical blue sky. I'll grab this paint can right here, fill this whole thing up, and then I'll make another layer. I think I'll do grass, because I don't know if I want to do a straight on Nether portal, because I could just do this and call it the day, and just be like, oh yeah, let's make this purple. Nether portal, boom, done. We made the Nether portal, everybody. We gotta go do something a little bit more challenging than that. This is unacceptable. Like, this is technically a Nether portal, but we need to do something a little bit more prettier. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hide this. I'll put this here. Can we rename this? Oh, we can. Sky. Alright, I'm gonna rename that to the sky. Let's work with some lines. Let's do that. Let's do like a 3D perspective, so instead of looking forward, we're gonna make it angled. Add a little bit of challenge to it, so let's do this. I'll add a square, or a rectangle like this, and then I'll add a rectangle like this. And then I'll add connecting lines to these two. And then from there, you can already see a shape starting to form from this. I'm gonna go ahead and add another line just to get the base down. The point of the Nether portal is that it's a tower that overlooks all this. If you guys want to draw another portal too, go ahead and start on that if you want. Right now I'm just drawing the base. This isn't the actual final form. Because I'm already seeing that this is not that, like... What's the word? It's not centered in the way that I wanted it to be. You followed me on the app? Let's go. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this opacity down a little. Oh, I drew on the sky. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these. Let's start over. Let's just go white. Okay, let's get the black. We'll get a line here. Let's get the Nether portal shape. That's the line for the tunnel itself, I guess. We can move this. And then what we'll do is, can we copy this over here? We can. Now can I make this bigger? Layer properties, copy layer, what is this one? Merge it. Oh, I can merge my layers, that's pretty cool. Can I resize this? You know what? I'll use this as like a base. Okay, let's copy again. Move this over. You'll see what I'm doing in a second once I put it all together. Now let's grab a separate layer. It's changing shape, yeah. Don't worry. I'm gonna put it all together. I'm just getting the shape of the perspective down first. So I'm gonna start here, 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 and then up again. And then what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna make the tower. So I'll start here. So like what you're looking at is perspective lines, and what I'm gonna do is connect all these lines together to make the tower. Let's go back a little bit. I'm not gonna do the whole tower, I'm just gonna zoom in on it, if that makes sense. That might be too small. I gotta admit, what makes it challenging is it has to be symmetrical. That's the part that makes it a little tough. Okay, now I can delete these layers. Okay. Now we're gonna draw another line. We'll make it wide enough to fit the nether portal. Give it a portal-esque shape. I'll add this line here. I'll add this line to that. Connect this. And this. Okay. We have the nether portal shape. Ooh. Just kidding. No, we don't. Let's delete this layer. Let's move this. Okay. One more red layer. That's pretty nether portal-esque, right? Grab an eraser. Alright, I think that works. And we'll grab another line. Ooh, actually. I do need my fingers today, unfortunately. Okay, let me grab purple. Let's grab purple, just so we can get the shape down, right? We need to know, like, okay, this is the nether portal. I'll fill that space up, and then I'll do like a super dark gray, if I can. Select a color, fill that, and fill that. Okay. This will be backdrop. I'm kind of thinking we can make the backdrop a grass line. And then we'll fill that up. And then we'll make the sky as well in the back. So we have a very, 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 very simple shape right now. This is the nether portal. The reason the lines are red is because it helps differentiate what I'm trying to work with here. And we could technically move the nether to the far left a little bit more like this. Ooh, what if we do something where it's grass on the left side, but on the right side it's the nether? Ooh, I think that'd be kind of sick. Okay, so let me grab this backdrop real quick. I'm gonna lower the opacity so I can see both sides. I'll add a line right here. Right, where'd I go? I'm gonna go this. Yeah. Okay. And What color is the nether, by the way? It's like a dark red. And some orange to it. Okay. Bucket. And then we'll make this like super dark there. So now if we turn the opacity back up, and then bring this nether to the front, what we have now is the overworld on the left side, and then the nether on the right side. And then what I'm going to do, which I think is going to be super fun, is I'm going to copy this layer, and then I'll go ahead and erase everything else. Or actually, what's up, Rye? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I'm going to go ahead and make like a black line here. I'm going to basically trace the red line with this. And then grab purple again. Fill this up. Oh, I thought I did that. Oops. Hold on. That layer, that's the one I want. And then let's fill this up. And then from this side, we're going to erase this whole thing. Whoops. Can I make this bigger? I can. Okay, so you can see into the nether a little bit, which I think looks pretty cool. Okay, get that there. Ooh, wait, erase that. Who knew drawing the nether portal would be a little bit more work than I thought it would, huh? Okay, now let's grab this. And then draw here again. I see a black line. And then let's make this smaller. Okay, we have the purple. And it's in its own layer. So to make this a little bit more believable, I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit so we can see behind the nether portal, like that. That looks pretty sick. Okay, I'm gonna hide that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add another layer behind this. Let's add another black line. Here. Kind of a thin nether portal if I do it like that. Here, here, to there. Here to there. Here to there. Here all the way up. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and cover this up a little bit more. So let's grab some gray here, fill this space. Let's see what it looks like with the portal in there. I'm going to go ahead and erase this section. Oh! That would have been pretty bad. Get these lines erased. Let's work 1 pixel down, 1 pixel down. I'm basically getting the highlights of this below because it's going over the nether portal. I don't want it to be like that. Technically, the portal doesn't start until the middle of this section, and I think I'll fix that. But for now, I'm just getting like the main section of this portal completed. Okay, so now we can see one side is the overworld, one side is the nether. With this purple portal in the middle, we can see the differentiation between the two. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit more texture to the actual portal itself. I like how this one added some vines around that to make it look old, which looked pretty sick. I think we might piggyback off of that. I don't necessarily know if I want to show off the blocks. So let's just work with some texturing here. Okay. We're gonna have a black line. We'll separate everything here. That's done. That's done. I'm just retracing the nether. Can I erase this? Okay, I can delete it now. Let's see. Let's go dark. Because I'm trying to think about where the light would be. I'm thinking our light source is coming from 2 places. I'll use the color yellow for this one. The light is going to be emanating from the portal itself. Right? So we want to focus on this region of light. And then kind of also in the back too, where that portal is coming out of. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I want to texture the portal a little bit more. I just need to decide like what colors they should all be. Let's go like super bright just for now, just to like separate everything. Like that. Trust the process, yes, yes. Trust the process. Let's make it like a dark color. Let me add one more line here, actually, because it's kind of bothering me that the purple is so far out in the very beginning of the portal. So let's fix that. And it's okay if it's not as straight as I want it to be, because it's a portal. We need to like give it some kind of warping texture to it. Let's make this here. Yeah, let's like add some blocks like that to make it look a little disorienting. Like intentional. Oh, I was erasing the other thing the whole time. Whoops, hold on. I was trying to erase that. Ew. Whoopsie. do that. Yeah, okay. Because when it comes out warping like that, it definitely feels more like a portal than just like a straight purple stained glass, if that makes sense. I want it to feel like it's this airy wisp feeling. So if I have this, let's take that color. Yeah, kind of have it seep out a little bit. I think that would be pretty cool. And then we'll turn the opacity down like that. Yes. I like that. I like that. Show the color of the nether a little bit. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to add some other colors to the portal. I see some pinks in here, so let's add some pink in there. That might be a little too pink, but let's add a brush to it. Nope. I might have to add another layer to this. Oh, this thing. I was like, what? What's going on? Okay. Let's switch. A little too much, a little too much. Let's delete that. Start a new layer. Let's turn the opacity down on this too. That might be a little too weird of a pattern. It's a little too splotted. So let's grab this. I'll add another layer. I'll just do little dots here. Give it some like encrypted feelings to it. Let's add some dark purples. We want it kind of evenly spread across, especially since this is the thing that's illuminating the scene. I don't want to add too much dark purple because it would kind of make it look a little weird. I do like the glass-ish texture that's given off. Like, I really like how it's just seeping out of the portal. I don't want to do too much to where it just looks like it's gonna explode, but I want it to be a little disorienting. What does this thing do? Hand tool? What does the hand tool do? Filter tool? Contour? Whoa. That was a weird looking tool. Filter. Oh, that looks sick. Here, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. That looked really cool. I like how it looks like it's just blurring out that whole thing. But let's keep it tame. Let's keep it tame. Grayscale, sepia, invert, contrast, brightness, blur. Stamp tool, lighten, darken. Okay, let's merge these two together. And let's turn the opacity down. Like I said, just enough to where we can see what's going on in the back end. Okay. Now it's time to add the actual texture of the portal itself. Let's see what people have done. They've added some dark They made it like a very, very dark purple-ish tone right there. So it's like, see, it's like mostly black with some purple highlights around it. I think we'll do that too. Let's grab this. I'm gonna make a copy of this layer because I don't want to mess it up. Let's grab this. Let's go like super dark purple. And then I'll hide the portal layer so we can see everything. And I'll add some lines in here. It'll take a minute to get all the lines in here together. As long as it's coming off that, like, hey, this is another portal. I think we should be good. How's everyone's drawings going so far? Everyone enjoying their art process? You guys also drawing another portal? You're drawing something else entirely? How's it looking over there for you? The texture's coming out pretty well, surprisingly. It's definitely a lot more lighter purples than I thought it would be. But I'm liking where this is going. You're editing videos while watching this. That's sick. That's also a form of art too. What kind of videos are you editing right now? I think I'll add in like a tiny happy face in here. It's like a little mark. There you go. I'll add the little happy face there. So if you want to look for it, there it is. I'm gonna keep everything separated from there. Okay, let's see what it looks like as I zoom out. That looks pretty cool. I'm gonna add some stuff up here to give it a continuation because we're not showing the entire portal. We don't need to show everything from corner to corner. I feel like people will get what it is just by looking at it. Okay, now I'm gonna get a little messy on the texture here at the bottom. Okay, get it all mixed up. Oh. Get the textures all blended in. Is this the bottom? This is the bottom, okay. Get this down here. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. There's also another reason why I copied my portal layer over here on the far right. I'll show you in a second what that looks like. But for now, I'm just going to continue texturing this portal. I'm trying to avoid these black lines, by the way. Because I feel like these black lines are what's going to give it that solid form, letting people know that's where the block ends and starts. I feel like I should definitely make these individual bricks their own layer, but we're kind of already knee deep into this. I don't want to restart this entire process again, so just got to work with what you got, right? There are workarounds to fixing this, but right now my main objective is just get this texturized, get this thing texturized. And what better way to do it than just doing it one pixel at a time, right? Everything here is hand drawn. Just kind of have a rare commodity nowadays, right? Avoid that black line. Avoid that black line. That might be a little too much texturing in this section, but I think we can work with it. Okay, now for the final part of this block, this long piece. Here we go. This was like the boss level of texturing, is the final slab of this portal. And then I'll also make this a GIF, by the way. I'll try to make this a little bit more challenging of a piece by making the portal itself kind of glow or breathe, is another word to put it. So get all this textured up, I hope I'm halfway. No, I'm not. I can see on my mini-map here on the far right, I'm not halfway. Can you hear this inspirational music, by the way? I'm feeling pumped to listen to this. Feels like I'm playing like generic inspirational music, but it's pretty fun. I'm feeling pumped from this alone. Let's give some... Oh, I got into the black line. Let's give some dark purple some spotlight too. I don't want to add too much bright purple. Okay. I'm just messing all around. What's up, Sage Socks? I am drawing today. We're doing a drawing stream. Our stream challenge, or at least what I'm looking at here, is I have to draw a nether portal. And I'm doing my own nether portal, but in a pixelated art. So we just got done texturing this whole thing. And I'm gonna make this original layer here. This is what we worked off of. I'm gonna keep it in this section. But what we're gonna do is turn the opacity down on this a little bit, so we can give it like some kind of hidden texture to it. Here's what we got so far. So if I show this, this is what we have at the moment. This is not enough. We need to add a little bit more. We need to add a little bit more, because obviously the background is pretty bland. And the nether side is pretty bland. It's just blue, green, darker red, brighter red. We don't want that. I'm gonna keep working on the nether portal a little bit more. Let me hide that texture section. I'm seeing that from the other submissions, there are some people that add a little bit brighter, like wind, like swooshes around. I might add that. They also have like bright lines as their nether outline section. That looks sick. Maybe we can do the same thing too. Maybe let's add a little bit, like a really bright pixel. But I'm not gonna add much to it. Because if I do, it's gonna take away the livelihood of this. It's gonna take too much eye strain away from the actual portal. So I gotta be really careful about where I add this. Where did my layers go? Layers? Where'd you go? Oh, there you go. I wonder where my layers go. Okay. Like I said, you gotta be very frugal with where I put these lines. If I add too much, it's just gonna be... You're gonna be looking at a little bit too much. One pixel at a time, The best part is just seeing it all come together slowly. Giving it a little bit more texture, add a little bit more light, kind of like give off this feeling that this portal can turn on and off, if that makes sense. It's kind of giving like encrypted vibes, I guess. But like this thing can be powered. If that makes sense. I'm adding a little bit too much on this side. I need to go around in a way. When in doubt, just move away from where you originally drew. Just go somewhere else. When in doubt. I'm trusting the process as I go. Like, don't have like a specific spot where I put these lines. I just feel like, okay, there's enough spacing here between the next one. It doesn't necessarily matter what shape I choose, as long as I just choose like a line, a squiggle here and there, a stair-shaped one here and there. Okay, let me zoom in on here. Actually, no, if I zoom in too much, I might start filling in gaps. It'll look a little too crazy, so. Let's throw in a happy face. Yeah, we'll throw a happy face in there. If you want to find the happy face, it's there on the top right. I also put one here. I got covered up by the line here. Unfortunate. But we have another happy face there. Thank you, Raccoon. Appreciate it. Hopefully everyone is also doing something artistic today as well. And if so, what artistic venture are you doing right now? I know that someone is editing a video right now as we speak. I think someone else is drawing. Finish this thing up. Some really cool soundtracks, by the way. You're doing art right now? Nice. What are you drawing? And by the way, I'll make a dedicated thread on my Discord of art. Actually, no, there already is one. It's called Creative Spaces. If you go to my Discord, you'll see a place that's called Creative Space. If you go there, you can submit your art right there, and then we can check it out. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Oh, I didn't finish this little spot. Okay. We've texturized the nether portal. And if we show what the glass looks like with it on top, that looks pretty sick. It's a little too much. There's no light, by the way. We just have the base down. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the background a little bit more, because this portal, without a believable living environment, looks really weird. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the portal. I'm going to hide all this. And this is the background that we're working with, by the way. You should definitely join. There's a lot of people going back and forth on conversations, and friendships are being developed there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I might add some vines. That looks pretty sick. But this looks like it's a fairly new portal that we added. We'll see. We'll probably add some grass. We'll give it some green. But for now, I'm going to throw this here. Because I just want to show where the portal would be. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to work in the background. Let's see what people have added in the grass section. Like you see, I want to add a little bit of grass to this. Like, not only do I want to put a bunch of effort into what the nether portal would look like, but I want to put the same amount of effort into the environment it's in. Okay. I kind of like the hashes right here, which looks kind of sick. I don't know if I have the patience for that. I'll add my own grass texture. Let's do that. Let's make our own grass texture. Let's see, what color grass should I use? Is there like a grass tone? Common, skin tone, custom. Oh, this is like all pastels. Default. Oh, there you go. We got some grass here. Thankfully, we have all sorts of green textures here. And Minecraft does not have this kind of green color. So let's darken that a little bit. Maybe a little more. We'll start with like the darkest green that we can work with, and then work our way up. Alright, I'll add another layer on top of the backdrop, which is this entire section, and then I'll add the actual like grass textures. I'm actually painting my old table right now. Since we have a new one, I got to do what I wanted with the old one. Oh, wow, that's pretty sick. What are you doing with the table? Oh. Add some grass. I'm not going to draw anything back here because the portal will be covering it. Oop, that would look a little too weird. You're trying to paint flowers. That's so sick. Oh, I just realized. Here, let me delete this layer because I want the grass to kind of go over the portal. So I'll add a whole new layer and put everything. I'll put this layer in the very, very, very front. I'm probably going to trace it again with crayons though for texture. That would be so sick. I would love to see it whenever you finish it. Submit it over to the Discord. Right, let's add some grass here. I'm gonna separate it because it looks a little too viney. Nice. Yes, submit it. That'd be super cool. Maybe for this, less might be more. Because this is some weird look. Like the grass here looks like it hasn't been mowed. I mean, I guess we could technically say that this is what we're going to go for the look. I don't know how I feel about it. I definitely want to add some dark spots. Go down. Okay, now let's add some yellow. I want to make this little section here a little flower. Give it like a daisy kind of look. Let's do that to a handful of other flowers here. So let's add one here. Add one right on the edge of the portal. I'm not going to add too much. I don't want to take away... Oop, I don't want to take away the focus of where I want my viewers to look at. I want them to look at the portal. Not necessarily the flower. Do I dare add another petal to it? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's add another petal to it. I like that. I like that. No worries, Natali. You're good. You're good. Okay, what are we working with right now? Let's see what we have so far. Let's add the actual portal, and then let's actually add the textures to it. So this, we have 2/3 of the drawing done. I haven't even touched the nether yet. Let's add a little bit more to the sky, because I really feel like that's too flat. Okay, I'll add another layer. Except this one is going to be the sky. Glowstone textures. Oh, that would be sick, actually. Yeah, let's add some glowstone textures to that. Good call, good call. I'm gonna add some some kind of mountain in the back here. Let's hide this. We can do this. So what I'm gonna do, by the way, is it looks like a green blob, but if I turn the opacity down, it'll look like it's a lot further of a place than it actually is. And if I add like a little tree, here, I'll show you what it looks like with the illusion. like we're basically giving a silhouette of what it would look like. We're just leaving this up to our imagination. So if I add, if I make this just completely dark. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's see if this works. If I add all this, and I put this in the back here. Now let's turn the opacity down. Doesn't that look like it's a place that's further away? It looks like there's an environment really far behind where we normally could see what's going on. We just see that there's a tree and there's a mountain in the back. We just leave it up to our imagination. So it just looks like a completely different place. So that gave us some kind of depth to work with. And if I make the sky have some kind of gradient, I feel like this would complete this place completely. Yeah, there you go. So we're almost done with the overworld, and then we'll move on to the nether. Okay, so we have that environment done. Now it's time for us to work on the actual background here. So let me separate everything. Can I do a gradient? Transparency. Gradient here. Spray paint? Hold on. I gotta see what this looks like first. What did I do? What? Sorry, I don't know what I did for a second. Okay, let's hide that. Hide that. And hide that. Okay. Let's grab this. And we'll make it darker. Oh, wait. Darker. Okay, and then we'll add this brush. Wait. Oh, you could do that? That's how the person did it. Oh, I like this. I like this. So if I do that, ooh. Hold on. Where's the grass? Let's turn the opacity down on this. Because I want to separate. I want to separate everything out. I didn't know I could do that. I'm going to erase all this. It'll be longer of a process, but I feel like it's going to be completely worth keeping. What's up, Brian? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. Right now we're working on making the nether portal. That's today's challenge in the pixel art website. And we're getting there. We're getting there. So, all right. We have added a gradient to the sky. So now it kind of gives a vibe that there's actually time going on. So if I show everything else, let me put this up here on the top. Let's call this sky gradient, just so I know what we're working with. Sorry, let me start the music all over again real quick because it's kind of dead. I love your art. Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's completed too. Editing, background music, play all. Let's start over again. This was a really cool playlist, by the way. All right, now let's show everything. Let's go add the grass. Hold on. Our grass needs to be up here. Let's put the sky gradient down a little bit. Because we don't need it to be like dark brown or dark blue like that. We can just show a little bit. Get the backdrop in there. Show that. Okay, now let's add the portal. Let's add the grass. Okay, now we can actually get rid of this a little bit. That's a little too much. That could work. That could work. I could see that working. I would technically say now that the sky, it's done. Oh, actually, we need to add clouds. We need to add clouds to this. I don't know why I haven't thought of that. Yeah, let's just be really subtle with our cloud placement. We don't want to add too much. I like this brush texture. All right, we have ourselves a sky. Okay, now let's add this. Move that a little bit in the back. We have half the drawing done. Now let's go ahead and work on the other half, which is the actual nether itself. So now let's remove all of that. And just when you think we're done, we still have to do lighting. We still have to add light to our portal. Give it some life. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new layer. I'll call this Nether. And speaking of glowstone that our friend Soggy Socks mentioned, we'll add that too. So let's make lead. Let's make lava first. I kind of want to work on the sky, or like the sky area. Okay, actually, let's figure out the actual environment of this place. We only get to work with this little section, by the way, in this section. So, let's add this texture. Let's make it brighter. I might have to play around with this. Because it's like we're basically in a cave. That's what it is, right? So if I do all of this, then I'll add the sky up here. I feel like that could add some kind of texturing to it. I'm gonna add now some lava, which gives off this really warm yellow tone. And it usually starts from the very top, doesn't it? Look up here. Actually, let me add a water, like a lava fall here. Actually, it's a bit right here. That might be a little weird. Until I add like the until I make the opacity go down. It could give off the vibe that's lava back there. Hello, welcome to the stream. What's up, crystallization? Let's make the lava go behind that cave. That would be kind of sick, actually. So remove that. And then let's remove this. I want to make sure that the lava goes behind that cavern. I'm not going to add any mobs or anything. I just want to show the environment. Okay, now let's add some really white. Actually, let's add some red. Some really bright red to it. that's a little too much. Nope, I don't like that. I don't like that. Right? Oh, I'm drawing with the eraser. That's what's going. That's why it looks so weird. Alright, let's zoom in. Let's actually do some lava falling textures here. That might be a little bit too much detail for the lava, but who cares, right? Alright, we're adding too many like horizontal lines. We don't want that. I'm not gonna add too many lines, especially horizontal lines. That's just gonna make it not look like a falling lava pit. Like, see what I did here? That's a little too weird. That doesn't look like the lava falling. This just looks like a clump. What did I do? Just a part of that. Did it not copy what I wanted? I mean, I guess when in doubt, just cover it and say that this is the environment, I guess. Somehow we saved it, but that was weird. Oh yeah, what if we have some textures back here? That would look pretty cool. Some stuff flowing behind the lava. Okay, let's see what the netherite looks like. Netherite. I just want to look at the texture. Well, maybe not netherite. Netherrack is what I'm looking for. That's like the old netherrack texture, huh? Let's go with something like this, more pinkish. Like a darkish pink hue to it. So this is super orange. Let's go grab colors here. Okay. Let's practice on this section. Nether background. Okay. Now we're gonna add the grass. Cool kid, I don't DM people that I don't personally know. Unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, it's just to protect myself. Go ahead and submit it on the Discord publicly so we can see it. I would love to check a look at it. Yeah, this is a little too orange for our nether, but who cares? Let's add a little bit more pink to it, just slightly darker. And we'll mix it around. Kind of want to give it like that messy hue. Might be a little too purple. No, I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's fine. That somehow worked. Okay, now let's add some actual like glowstone color to it that Soggy Socks here mentioned. Let's grab the brightest yellow that we got. Let's add this paintbrush. And then I'll put it probably the same layer as the fountain. Like I said, it's gonna be very, very subtle. Very, very subtle. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some really subtle whites. Okay, I think we got something going on there. Now, what else do we add? Oh, we need to add like an actual light, like red light. I think this is where the fun part comes in now. Okay, so it's lighting. So in order for us to add lighting, let's put everything together in one foul swoop. So let's hide everything, and we'll show kind of what the final drawing would look like without light, if it works out. So here we go. Let's add background, nether rack, lava fall, gradient for the sky, the backdrop itself, the nether portal glass with it on, and the grass. That's a lot that we're working with, guys. Not gonna lie. I mean, it looks pretty sick, but it's kind of too much in the eyes. Like I'm looking at it right now, it just looks like a big splash of color. That's a little too much. That's a little too much. So we're gonna add some stuff to make what we want to stand out really stand out. And there's some workarounds to it. I'm gonna grab this line. Lighting 101, I guess. Or we can force some light into it. I'm gonna grab this spray paint. Make it white. Let's actually add some or pink. No worries, have a good one. Thanks for watching the stream. No, let's do the portal. Yeah, let's do the portal. It's gonna be emanating light from this entire thing. So we need to use this as like a landmark of what we're gonna be working with. Let's turn the opacity down a little bit. Okay, let's put this opacity down to like 11%. And let's add some black for the shading. Okay, now let's go add another layer. I'm gonna make this one kind of really dark, but I'll add like a black to it. Let's make the size of our brush a little bit bigger. Turn up the opacity here. Ooh, too much. Too much also. Too much again. Okay, I'll add another layer just for more shadowing. Okay, now I'm gonna add like a reddish texture, reddish light on this section. Ooh, that looked real ugly. Hold on. Also really ugly. Go back. Too big. Let's turn this down. No worries, Ryan. Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate it. So let's write this down like that. Okay, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. I'm gonna add. Can I add a blue in the same layer? I feel like that would be pretty nice to have on here. I think I'm gonna have to add another layer for this one. 42%. It's coming together. It's coming together. Okay, now let's add white, and then we'll make this paint brush really big. And then make the opacity like 8%. Okay, that brush is too big. Let's make this portal a little bit more dim. No, the light of those things go down. Now let's add some orange, bright orange. I think I'll put it back here for the nether light itself. Ooh. They look really gross. Again, really gross. Seeing it come together. It's working. It's working. Ooh, I like the red. Maybe add some purple at the bottom here. Too purple. Dark purple. It's coming pretty well. I'm liking what we're seeing. Okay. The white might be a little too much. I'm not gonna lie. The white might be a little too much. You see where all the white is? I'll keep it real subtle. Woo! Alright. Just thinking. Can I add one more yellow hue? I just want to add one more piece of light. This one might be a risk. Might be a risk taker. I kind of want some sunlight coming in this direction. Let's try it. Big risk. Big reward. Slowly reveal the light. So I have this yellow, and I'm making the opacity of it go down a lot. It's just like a slight touch, nothing crazy. I think that's it. I think we've made the portal. I don't know if I want that. No, we can keep it. I feel like that's fine. What about the actual portal itself? Can I turn down the opacity? Oh. What's up, Evie? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay. I think we did it. I think we made the nether. I was gonna make this a GIF, but that's just a lot of work. Can I make the sky a little bit more opaque? I'd say this is a job well done. I think this is the drawing. Nether portal. We'll save our drawing. And let's upload it to our homepage. Submit our challenge. Alright, let's go take a look at the image. Oh, that looks so sick. It looks so sick. I like it, I like it, I like it. Here's the inspiration that we got from other artists. This section here doesn't count, the staff picks. This isn't part of the nether portal. This all counts as the nether portal. This is everyone else's submissions, and then here's mine. I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. Lumi's bodyguard followed me. Thank you, appreciate it. Let's see, how do I show my gallery? Look at that, we can add that to our gallery of other images that we've added so far. Here, it's now added to our list of 6 here. We have a swamp, blue hour, the nether portal, a nest, honey jar, and a sunset. We got all that put together. I like it. I'd say that's a job well done. Let's go ahead and work on to another piece of art. How's everyone enjoying their pieces? Oh, that's something you're just gonna have to do with Discord. That's not in my wheelhouse, unfortunately. Let's take a look at some other challenges that we can do. We did the nether portal, that's done. Another satisfying work done here. I don't know if I want to do another like symmetrical shape. Maybe a pufferfish, let's take a look. Space duck, comet, a knight, steampunk cat, spyron, a fire arrow. Work pad, that sounds kind of cool. Hero sword, turtle shell. I'm just gonna go down this list as I go. If you see an image here, that means it's already done. Like I did that challenge. Grapevine. Sunset garden. Sunrise. Okay. Turtle egg basket. Awesome art. Barrel. I feel like a magic tree would be pretty cool to challenge with, but I'm gonna look around a little bit more. I could probably do a stone wall. That'd be a little too boring to watch. Coin stack, that'd be fun. Cauldron, castle door, fairy, clear, fountain, I'm just looking around for some challenges. No worries, have a good one, cool kid. Thanks for watching the stream. Appreciate it. A firefly. Hold on. That seems really intriguing. Oh yeah, that seems really intriguing, huh? Simple, but could really set the tone. We could probably do like a firefly with a forest background. We'll see, we'll see. I'll keep that bookmarked. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on break for about 5 minutes, and then we'll get started on the next art piece. Stick around. I'll see you all in a little bit. What's up, everybody? I am back. Welcome back to the stream. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back, Natalie, Rye, Cool Kid, Soggy Socks, Evie. Who is that? Kitty. Welcome in, welcome in. Who else is here? Crystallization, Brian. Good to see all of you. Good to see all of you. We're gonna go ahead and continue our what's up, Soggy Socks? We're gonna continue our art piece. And what I decided is we're going to be doing a lighthouse. I feel like a lighthouse will like help encompass not only the actual building, but we can work on the scenery as well, not just one singular object. We can also decide what kind of environment that the lighthouse will be into. So I feel like there's a lot of creative opportunities for this. So let's look at some examples that we have. I'm going to hit play on some music here, so we can get entertained. Okay. Look at all this. This staff picks doesn't count. None of this has anything to do with the actual lighthouse. That looks pretty cool. I like that. One of the cool things that I like about pixel art is you don't necessarily have to do a lot of detail. Kind of like this. You don't have to do a lot of detail. But what pixel art does is it just leaves your brain up to, it leaves room for imagination. So I'm not looking at an actual lighthouse with a sunset. I'm looking at a lot of pixels, but my brain basically tries to put the image together and form what is I'm going to assume the lighthouse overlooking an ocean on a sunset. And that's the cool thing, is that a lot of ambiguity leaves room up for the imagination for your brain to decide what that is. So because of that, it's basically saying less is more. And I like that kind of style when it comes to pixel art. Because I feel like the more you add, the less immersed you feel in the image. That's just how I am. It could be completely different for other people. Or you can go with a more stylized approach like this, which looks pretty sick. But we get the gist of it, right? So let's start this challenge. Let's do a lighthouse. Let's start drawing. New drawing. I'm already thinking about what I want the layout to be. Once again, our focus is the lighthouse, so we don't want it to be straight away so much from the environment. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add background here. I want the focus to be in this section, so I'm not gonna have it directly in the middle. You ever heard of like the rule of thirds? I'm gonna kind of do that and put the lighthouse here. The lighthouse will be here. I'm just sketching out an idea. Lighthouse goes here, over a cliff. You can't have a lighthouse without the ocean, so I feel like this whole thing is ocean, this whole thing is sky, this is the lighthouse, and this is the cliff that will basically overlook everything. This could probably be a dock or a harbor if we want it to, instead of it just being a beach. But I kind of like where this is, where this could go. So let's go ahead and add some layers. Let's like slowly hide away the sketch that we have in the back. And let's get started. So, lighthouse. Once again, ambiguity is our friend here. I'm gonna go ahead and add a line to this, just to refine what we're working with here. That might be a little too short. Actually, no, that's not gonna be short. That's okay. Let's see what other lighthouses look like. They have like a railing. They have the actual light. Here. And then they have like the little top. And they have that little thing, and then we'll add like some stripes for reference. Maybe even add like a little door. Should be cool in the window. This is where the actual bulb will be. Okay, so the light will be there. The lighthouse will be there. Let's draw the cliff a little bit. I want some kind of depth to what this place is going to be on. Because I'm not sure if I want it to be like a completely flat place, or if I want to have like a 3D space to it, if that makes sense. No worries, Natalie, do your thing, you're chilling. Let's refine this a little bit more. We'll make it flat. That's okay if it's flat. What if we had a house here or something? Worst case scenario, it'll be a tree. But people live in some people live in their lighthouses, which is kind of crazy. Maybe we won't add a house. We'll add a tree there. I think it's the one time where I'm not going to really use black lines for line art. I might have to use color. And just leave it up to our imagination. But that means I have to really decide where I want the light to be. So obviously, if I sketch out where the light is going to go, the light is going to be coming from the lighthouse, right? That's where it's going to be. Oh, sorry. The light is going to be coming from here. And if it's still going to be sunset, then the light would be down here somewhere. So we got to think about where our light source is, and that will ultimately determine how the lighthouse will look. And I'm kind of trying to decide if I want this to be like nighttime, it's 1 in the morning environment, or if it's like 8:30 p.m. the sun has set, or is setting. Because that determines if I have 1 light source, or if I have 2. I think I can make this. Let's do 1 light source. Let's make this nighttime. I never really draw nighttime environments, so this will be a fun challenge. This will be a really fun challenge, actually. So let's get rid of this. Let's look at the other lighthouses for inspiration. You see what I mean here? They have 2 light sources, and they use that to their advantage. I'm just going to do like a basic red and white situation here. I love how that one kind of curves like a barbershop pole. It looks pretty cool, actually. Let's do that. Let's do Can we do like a dark-ish red? No, let's just stick with a basic color. I'm just making sure everything is evenly spaced. Because remember, we're not painting with black lines, we're going to be painting with the color of the object itself. And that is going to really make this thing stand out if we do it right. So I'm challenging myself twofold in this. Okay, that's a little too low. This and that. That might be a little too thin of a line, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's add the sky real quick. I'm gonna make this like super dark because I really want to see what I'm working with. We don't need to see the sketch anymore. I can always refer to it later. Yeah, that's a little too thin. Okay. We can fix this though. We can fix this. I feel like a lot of the detail is gonna go into the lighthouse. Or a lot of the work is gonna go to the lighthouse. When it comes to nature, you could throw a lot of lines and it just comes out as grass. Let's just make this thing completely white first. I feel like that's just gonna make things easier. Like that. Okay. Yo, I'm back. I was waiting earlier and asked if you would. I'm sorry guys, I'm not going to do any drawing requests. I'm working on today's challenge for our pixel art. That's why I'm doing the lighthouse. I think I might just have to do just horizontal because I made my, what's the word? I made my lighthouse look too small. No depth to it though. Let's add that. Give it like a round texture. And if I switch the white over, it'll give it like a roundness feeling. Yeah, like that. That could work. That could work. Okay, let's switch here. Let's give it like a dark color. Let's see what other people have. They have like a blue tint to it, or it's just completely black. Anything on top of their lighthouse? No, it's just like dark. It's like a little line to the top there. That'll be the actual light bulb. I like how that person had yellow. That has to be a separate layer though. Let's call this lighthouse light. or the bulb itself. Like a yellow hue to it. There's an orange to the sides. You're gonna turn the opacity down a little bit. I like how they have like a black line behind that. You see that? It gives it like a 3D-ish kind of texture. What if I add that? It's like a cross. Oh. This. That's not too bad. And remember, this is the light source at nighttime, so obviously this white and red is not going to be the final look. Let's see what else we can add to this. It's going to be nighttime, so we got to make this really, really dark. Can I fake it? What if I add some kind of dark texturing to it? See if this works. I just want to see if this works. Yeah, that doesn't work. So I actually do have to make the pixels here really dark. And then make the light on this thing slowly brighter. Let's start with the white first. I feel like that'll be easier to work with. Oop. And just make this slightly darker. And slightly darker. And slightly darker. Slightly darker. A little too dark. But I can work with this. Let's make the red. Like, that's really, really dark red. It's like a black and red lighthouse. Not what I was going for. But if we turn the opacity down, I feel like that could work. Okay. So if I turn the opacity down, it almost looks like I'm turning on the light bulb. You see that? Like that works out pretty well. But the lighthouse, the bulb itself needs to be a little brighter. Alright, now let's actually add the environment. This will be pretty tough. Pretty tough. Because I've never drawn cliffs at nighttime before. This will be really weird to work with. Let's type in cliff. Ooh. Okay, this is gonna be a challenge. I'll be honest. I'll be really honest with you. This is gonna be the challenging part. I do know that regardless of the light, we know that the texture and color of a cliff would be like a really, really dark brown. Like, it's just brown. That's just simply what it is. Let's cover that. I kind of want the grass up here to be green still. Because I don't want our lighthouse tenants to live on black tarp, or like a black top. Let's give it some depth there. Okay, now let's grab this, make it even darker than it actually is. Because remember, the light is coming from here, so we need to make this as appropriate as we can for the light source itself. Can't really see that. Let's start with the grass, actually. Let's start with the grass. I feel like this is going to be easier to work with. I can't even see what I'm drawing. Oh, wait. That's because I have the marker in. Dark. There you go. Oh, you know what? I need to add like a whole new layer just for the shading part. Cliff light. Okay. Let's see. I'm just constantly imagining the bulb right above this grass section and what that would look like and how it would affect how the grass would react to that bulb. I definitely want to make this a lot darker, almost to like a blackish color. We'll have some moments of where it's bright because grass has their own strand. Each grass has a strand. So I want to kind of share that a little bit here. Not too much because it'll look like camouflage if I do it too much. But I do want it to fade a little bit back here. And let's just make this even darker. Like it physically just gets super dark in this section. It's like, see how it's almost black basically right here. But it gives it that illusion that the light bulb is producing the light. If I take away the texture here, I see how it's coming together like that. All right. Now let's add the color of the grass. All right, I feel like I needed to add something there. Okay. Oh, a door. We need to. I forgot to add a door to this lighthouse. We need to have people actually come inside the lighthouse. Let's make this like black. There you go. That works out pretty well. Now for the fun part, the cliff again, the actual brown rock. I'm not looking forward to this one. Let's rename this to the grass light. And then we'll add another layer below it, and we'll call this one the cliff light. If I can spell. All right. We'll add some blotches. Oh, no. That's not what we want. The grass layer is on the top of this, so. Oh, you submitted it to Discord? Nice. Here, let me change the music again. If it plays. Oh no, what did I do? More dark brown. Okay, brighten it up just a little bit more. This is getting tricky. It's getting really tricky. I mean, we made the cliff. So there's too many bright spots. If I make this super, super dark. Just like add it all here. Towards the edge of the cliff. There you go, we're giving it that illusion again. It's working, it's working. Okay. I think we did it. I think we did it. I'm not going to mess with this section like I would just erase it. But I am going to add some water over this entire area. I'll make two separate layers. One for behind the cliff and one for in front of the cliff. What color would the water be? Oh, super dark blue. Super, super dark blue. Let's put it higher. No. Stick to that. Fill this up. And then we'll put this behind the cliffs. Let's see. We'll probably add some bright brown here. Oh yeah, this is the section where we're gonna add the water. Oh, too much water. The island is drowning. Okay. Let's see what this is. Oh, that's the contour thing. I don't want that. I like how that gives off nighttime vibes. But we're not trying to do that yet. Let's make some water. But once again, we want this to reflect a little bit. We're making everything rely on this one light source. There will be some exceptions for sure. Ooh, actually, let's spread that out. Let's spread that out. That's too much. Okay, we definitely need to add some like brown here. Let's see. Let's grab what I would assume. What I would assume sand would be. Okay, now let's add this. Ooh. Where did the blue thing go? There it is. Let's see. Oh wow, what's up, Moon? You really did make yourself an entrance there. We're making a lighthouse. Feel like we could make this extend out a little bit. And then let's add the paintbrush. But we will make this a lot darker because, once again, as always, we need it to really rely on the light bulb from this. That is a little too much browning going on. I might have to add like a, what's the word? What am I looking for? I might have to look for a new layer just to add the sand on. I do want to add some white to the water, give it some splashing. But I might have to turn the opacity down on this one. We want to give it some like light frothing colors. If that makes sense. Like some aggressive like waves are coming in over here. Maybe I should add it onto the sand itself too. That's a little too much. A little too much. Get rid of some of that. What if we add some yellow actually to the water? Give it like a reflection from the bulb. I feel like that'd be cool. I'm not going to show too much of it because this is moving water. We're on the beach. It's not going to show too much reflections out here, but I feel like this would like really help tell this is the bulb. Really subtle, really subtle. But I feel like it definitely gets the job done. Now let's add the sky, which would be this. So I'm gonna add a gradient to it because I want it to be nighttime. So let's add a slightly darker color, and then you have a slightly brighter one here, and then grab the gradient. No, that's a little too much. Let's go back. Gradient again. that. That would mean this has to, that would mean that this entire water section has to be super, super dark brown, or dark blue for it to like really take effect. Maybe I can add a moon or something to it. Ooh, stars would be really cool. Let's add some light fog. Give it like kind of a foggy night, since we're gonna be working with something like that. There's white. Size. That's too big. That's too big. Put on the opacity here. That's a little too grainy. Looks a lot less like fog and more like rain. I feel like this is working a lot better than I thought it would. Okay, the sky is too bright. It's way too bright. I need to see some really dark water here. Okay. Even darker than this blue. That's probably what we're gonna have to go with. That's a lot better. That is a lot better. Even this ocean has to be a little bit brighter too. Has to be a little darker too. Let's give our lighthouse some actual light itself. So, whoa. Maybe not that crazy. I don't like how it's just a straight up circle though. Let me grab the paintbrush. Oh, that's better. That is a lot better. This will really help show what a lighthouse will be in the dark. And then let's go back to the water here. Add some yellow to it. Can we add some stars in the sky? I'm kind of curious. What's up, Sukuna? Welcome to the stream. I don't know if I could add stars to this. I feel like it would be kind of weird. Thank you. Appreciate it. Whoa. Nope. Nope. Okay, I think I know what to do with this. We're gonna have to add some, like, clouds. Give it some depth. I feel like that's just how it's gonna have to play out with this. we have to turn the opacity down on this thing. Okay. I think we did a good job of that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Add some sky to it. Whoa, that looked crazy. When I turn down the opacity, you make it super, super subtle. Because if I show too much, I might as well make a clear night sky, and I don't want that. I want it to be very foggy. So I'll add that. Maybe I should grab the eraser too. And then get rid of some of these fog layers that we got going on here. Okay, now we're gonna add some stuff to the sand. It's just way too... It's way too bright for nighttime, you know? Let's move it darker. Can I go darker than that? Let's see, what layer am I on? Okay, let's go size. Okay, now we got the texture down. Woo! Okay. We have a lot of the sand texture down. Now I'm gonna make it like really dark. It's practically just gonna be a bunch of black pixels. So I feel like that would help really touch up the light in here a little bit. And then I'll make the opacity of this sand here a lot darker. It's coming together, it's coming together. I want to see if I can add like a boat or something back here. I'm gonna add another layer. This time I'm gonna make it like white so I can really see where I'm drawing. I'm gonna do like a cartoony boat. Do you think that would be too much of a problem? I feel like that's fine, right? And then if I just make this really, really dim. I think that could work. I think this could really work. It was kind of a meme, but I feel like this could actually become like a real thing. Hold on. I'm just basically shadowing the sailboat. Like I said, it's always the really, really simple shapes that make the biggest difference. Let your brain decide what to do with it. So once again, we saw a very simple shape. I'll add some yellow here, just to like reflect the lighthouse. But if I make this really dark, actually, wait, I messed up. Hold on. This needs to be all white or all black. Maybe you quit doing parkour? No, I did not. I didn't quit. I just haven't done it in a while. I do plan on getting back into it though. Especially because it's summertime. Move this down. Blend this into the water a little bit. Wherever the water is. Can I mess with this a little bit more? Can I add some level to it? Because obviously there's a sailboat there, but I kind of want to make it like, where is it? I want it to reflect the lighthouse's light it's given off. You see that? That looks pretty believable. Now if I add one more layer, I can add the shadow of the boat right here. I have to make this like black though. Could I mess around with this and add something? I'm trying to see if I can add something else. Maybe. Let's see. I want to add like another light source because I feel like this is too dark. You know what I mean? Like I could add a vignette if I wanted to. Like I could fake a vignette like this. So if I add black in the corners. Ooh, actually, hold on. In case you don't know what a vignette is, it's basically the black rounding edges of an image, which kind of helps you focus in. And if you turn down the opacity like this, it helps focus in on what I'm trying to get at a little bit. I could probably fix this a little bit more by adding some actual corners. But I feel like that's kind of cheating. I want to add actual... I want to add one more light source because I feel like that would make a really big difference. It could really help set the tone of this place more. What's up, Bri? Welcome back. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad that you're liking it. Could I add like a buoy or something here? Or maybe the ship itself has a light bulb? Let's test it. Let's test it. This bulb will literally be 1 pixel. We could play with this. We could play with this. That would mean I would have to add something like this, and then turn the opacity down. Give it like a pulsating light to it. Almost as if it's giving a lens flare-ish feel. I feel like that helps sell it a little bit as a light source. If that's the case, I could definitely play with some more lighting in this. So if I can grab the water here, and then I turn the opacity down a lot, grab this brush, get the brush size to like a 2. Not like that. That was terrible. Don't do that again. I could definitely add something like that. I want to make it subtle. And then I'll add some like tiny little lines of light here. A little too much, huh? I'll add some here too. What if I add some light in here? Give some waves from the water. Hold on, let's see if that works. I feel like this is working out. Okay, add the size of this. Whoa, that was crazy. I'm just gonna emphasize this light bulb a little bit. I want to emphasize the light it's giving off of. So I turn this down. I bring it up just a little bit. Too much. Whew. I think we did it. I don't know why I really like that yellow. But I think we did it, everybody. I think we have officially drawn ourselves the lighthouse that we were looking for. I think we did it. Let's make this a GIF. Let's just play around with this. All right, let's remember layer 26. So let's do this. Let's copy the frame. And let me get rid of this frame. Let me get rid of it. Okay, so this is the first frame. And we'll make the layer like 3%. 3 as well. This is 5, 3, 6. Now next one, we're gonna make this one 7, 5, 4. And then we'll add this last one. We'll make it like that. We'll keep it like that. I'll copy this, and then I'll make the opacity a lot smaller. Almost in half. So if I preview, that's a little too fast. That's a little too fast. Let's do 250. 250 meters a second. If I hit preview. I could probably do the same thing for the sailboat too. So this one will be layer 20. So this will be 2%. This will be then become 3%. This will become 7. All right, let's go 7%. Final frame will get as bright as we could possibly get without being too weird. 15 or 13. Let's see the preview. Let's go. We added some pulsating lights to our sailboat and our lighthouse. I think it looks pretty clean. I think it looks pretty clean. Maybe if we add cloud movement. Hold on. Maybe if I can move this cloud here, it'll like make it move from left to right. What layer is that? 10? Let's move it to the right a little bit. Down here. Ooh. 10 again. Layer 4. Preview. I like it. I like it. Let's save our drawing. Lighthouse at night. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Let's go to our image. Let's check out the final product. There it is. There's our lighthouse at nighttime, a foggy night. This is what we made. And this is our inspiration that we got. I love the art style for this one. I love the art style file. I love the colors that this person chose. But yeah, this is what everyone else drew for that challenge. And this is what we got. Let's take a look at our gallery and see the art that we have so far. So this is from earlier today. And this one was the one that we just finished. I love it, I love it. We got our honey jar right there. Our nest, sunset, and our blue hour right there. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I like how this all turned out to be. Okay. This is tomorrow, Thursday? Wow, tomorrow is Thursday. That's insane. All right. I think I might go on one more break. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Trying to see what other challenges that we got. I'm gonna scroll down pretty far. See what we get. Oh, that's right. Someone submitted something in the Discord. I want to see this table that this person drew. Oh wow. Hold on. I gotta show this. Discord. Alright everybody, this is currently the Luminite Discord, and someone on the YouTube chat submitted this. His name is Soggy Socks, but on the Discord it's called, his name is Lynx. Him or her's name is Lynx. This took me a bit, but I'm finally done with the table. Well, it's not really a table anymore, but you get what I mean. I feel like I could have added more though. That looks so sick. That's a job well done. I love that. Can I zoom in on that? That looks awesome. Put like some clear epoxy over that and it stays like that forever. That is so cool. That is super, super cool. Dang. We have a very creative fan base right now. I'd love to see it. Okay. Let's see. What other things could we do? Just looking. Glacier would be crazy. Landscape. Waterfall. I feel like a waterfall would be kind of a fun one to draw. Oh yeah, there's our lighthouse. Oh no. Oh dang, I feel like a waterfall would be really hard to draw out. I feel like we have to really conceptualize what we would draw with this. That looks sick. Wow, alright. That looks sick too. I love this one. Could we do it? Could we do a waterfall? I feel like we have to be very ambiguous with this one. Because I don't know if I want to show a bunch of design. Or I don't know if I want to show this with this much detail. I mean, we can experiment. Try it. Waterfalls that we got from everybody. We could try. This is gonna be pretty weird. I feel like this would be a lot better with an actual pencil. I'm just gonna make sure that the waterfall comes out this way. I want to make it a stream. Section. And maybe add some rocks here. Just a rough concept. Bear with me as I do this rough concept. Just want to see how this all would look. Because I think it'd be pretty cool if we did this during like an autumn season too. Draw this here. Some like yellow bushes, yellow vines, and maybe add some grass right here. Like I guess I could see it technically come together if we help conceptualize what this would look like. Because we're basically just doing a lot of swooshes and random clicks here and there. So I feel like I feel like that'll kind of be the point of what we're doing. Is like the where we go. I think this is the part where you really gotta trust the process. One pixel at a time, is where things get real crazy. I don't like how that looks at the moment, but I do get the idea of where we're to go with this. I feel like I have to do like a hard line across. Just be like, yeah, no, this back here. Mountains. Ooh, this is gonna be real tough. And the waterfall comes down here. This is where another landscape is. This is where we end. I'm just thinking. Just thinking. I feel like we just commit, huh? I feel like I'm gonna have to speed draw this or something. Let's see. I feel like the waterfall should be drawn first. Actually, no, let's do the mountains. Now let's make this slightly brighter. Color those in. And I'm going to outright decide that the sunlight is going to come from back here. Or here. I think I'll have it peak back here. Yeah, if I have the sun peek back here, I feel like that will help determine a lot of where this could go. Now it's just a matter of where to put stuff. Because I would love to add some snow up here. Brush. We'll go a little bit brighter on the mountain. So like I said, the sun is gonna be right there. So let's make this yellow so I can really show where it's gonna be coming from. It's gonna be coming from there. Obviously the sun's not gonna look like that, but it'll basically say that, hey, it's coming from this spot. Let's make everything revolve around that. They're going back into the mountain. Make this somewhat brighter. Actually, make this really bright. Which kind of makes everything else a lot darker over here. And then darker as we go. A little too dark. How much darker we can go from this until it becomes a little too ambiguous. Because I feel like the last thing that we're going to be adding are the trees. I feel like the trees are going to be the last thing we add to this. I don't want it to be like super dark to where you can't even notice what's going on with these mountains. Okay, I'm just slowly building out this mountain region. Okay, let's go back to tackling this section. Obviously the sun's coming from here, so it's going to be a lot brighter here. And then we just go darker as we go. Just go darker. And then darker again. See how much darker we can go until it just becomes a little too oblivious. See, let's highlight that. Go into this section a little bit more. And we'll make this entire section here the darkest it can go. Probably make the snow also somewhat darker too. Give it some kind of lighting. This, cover that, this, cover that. It gets a little tedious as you do certain things. Nope, not there. This one. We got like half this 1/5 of the mountain finished there. Can we add a little bit more depth to this mountain? We can. Perfect. Add that. Separate this mountain as well. This one doesn't need to have snow. We already got 3 of them with snow on it. And then, let's grab this one. I can just go straight to dark immediately. Give it like a rigid mountain. Let's erase this. Okay, we have somewhat mountains in the back as like a range of ambiguity. I'm gonna go ahead and add now the trees. Is that the trees? Okay. Let me refresh this real quick for everybody. All right. Okay. Let's start working on the trees. Be a lot of random placements. I want this to be autumn themed. Okay, now let's add orange next. I'm gonna see if we can do this first of all. Orange. We're basically pretending this is a bunch of trees. Other lines as well. A little too messy, so maybe we can add some black here. And then maybe opaco down a little bit. That might look a little too weird. Let's try that again, but with a little bit more spacing. It's a little bit better. A little bit better. Like I said, we're just experimenting with that. What if we add white? Just to really separate the waterfall. And there's gonna be a lot of splashes here in this zone. So let's add a lot of white in this section. I'm gonna grab the blue. Let's make this a lot bigger. I'm just curious. I just want to see how this turns out. Blue, dark blue. Ooh, too much. Squiggle this around. Yeah, we can add some blue out there too. Some other blues. Maybe this too. This blue. That blue. Super dark blue. This interesting one. And then there is this stamp tool. Is it a green tool? Filter. Don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it could look better on the trees. It just looks like a very clear image. Yeah, it can do the same thing to the mountains too, and that would just look really weird. The goal isn't to get a very blurry image, right? You can definitely play around with this. Interesting. Alright, let's pause this real quick. I'll be honest, I'm kind of drained out from drawing a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed drawing today and getting a little creative. Tomorrow I think we're going to be playing some Cookie Run Kingdom. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you all tomorrow at 12:30. Thank you for watching, everybody. See you.